I'm here, and this is to a guy who a week ago today, the big ice storm. Remember that Tuesday morning we woke up and the ice was unbelievable.
Yeah.
His wife said to him as he was stepping in the shower, he wasn't wet yet. He said that she said, "Hey, the paper boy just threw the paper out at the end of the driveway down by the street." So he then puts a towel on and goes out to get the paper, and then you'll hear what happened. We'll do that right after 9 o'clock. Something for the sweetest days. We got a Lion King video to give away this hour from the hottest thing around, and we'll go to the phone here. Good morning.
Hi. I was going to ask you if you could play that conversation again, the one you had this morning about that gentleman who went down the ice.
Yeah. That's coming up right in about a couple of minutes.
Oh, that was great.
Good.
It really made our day.
That's a true story. It actually happened to the guy a week ago today. We'll have it on in a couple of minutes.
I can't wait to tell my husband, because a year ago he slid down the ice, but he shattered his bones in his leg. He broke his leg so bad, so this will make him laugh.
Well, was he nude like this guy was?
He was taking the trash out, and he slipped on a piece of ice.
Yeah.
Well, I always take the trash out naked.
You always take the trash out.
Yeah, right.
That's the only way to take it out.
Trashing up the neighborhood. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Sure.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Attention Ford in the morning, and let's talk about Uncle Al O. Dietrich there. I guess that's right. Uncle Al O. Dietrich's St. Patty's Day sales going on now through Saturday. You're going to feel like you found the leprechaun's pot of gold because of all the money you'll be saving. To start with now, Uncle Al wants to use his Irish charm to get you out for a test drive. So to do just that, to Tom Bramble. Now, a week ago today, Tom was getting in the shower in the morning, and his wife happened to notice as she looked out the window that the paper boy had thrown the paper not up the driveway where it usually was, but on this very icy day. Remember, it was a week ago today, the terrible ice storm we had? But it landed kind of at the foot of the driveway where the driveway meets the street. So Tom thought he would do a favor for his wife and get the paper for her, which he then did, clad only in his towel.
Good morning. This is Tom Bramble.
Mr. Bramble, this is Officer Bohannon calling from the police department. Checking on a report we had from your neighbor, a complaint about indecent exposure in your neighborhood. And I'd like to hear your side of the story.
Kidding.
Do you have any idea what I'm talking about here?
Well, the only thing that I can imagine that this would be involved with would be last week on Tuesday.
That's correct, yes.
I went to get the newspaper, and I slipped and fell. And in so doing, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And I slipped and fell and twisted my leg. And I was trying to keep myself covered up.
Well, what were you wearing at the time?
Pardon me?
What were you wearing at the time?
Towel.
A towel?
Yes.
Outside with just a towel on?
No, I was stepping into the shower, and I heard my wife in the other room. She said, "The newspaper boy left the paper out on the front of the driveway." And so I thought, well, I'll go get the newspaper so that she won't have to, because I knew that, she was still in her night clothes.
Okay.
So I wrapped the towel around me and opened the garage door and looked very carefully that no one was out. It was very early in the morning.
Yes.
So I decided that the coast was clear. I made a mad dash for the newspaper, and boom, there I went up, end over end.
And you slid down the driveway?
Slid down the driveway, yeah.
How far would you say you slid?
Oh, maybe 30 feet.
30 feet you slid with just a towel on down the driveway?
By this time, I think the towel, I was separated from the towel.
So there was just you were butt naked sliding down the driveway for 30 feet?
I would say, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I went sliding on my back, mostly.
I see. And you slid 30 feet down the driveway and ended up down at the bottom of the driveway where it meets the street?
Right. I passed up the newspaper, but I wasn't fast enough to grab it.
I see. So then what happened? At this point, you're lying there naked, butt naked, down at the foot of the driveway in the street with the driveway all icy. How did you get back up to the house?
Well, my wife heard the commotion, and she came running to my rescue, and And
Well, now she had her night clothes on.
oh yeah, had her night.
Like a nightgown?
She came running to assist me, and she became a human luge, and she came sliding down at me, and she landed. Well, I stopped her slide.
So she...
And then she was able to get up, and she was able to get back into the house and get a coat for me. But it was the short coat. But,
it was a short coat.
Right.
When you're telling me you needed a long coat.
I think so.
Uh-huh. So what you're telling me is that after she came sliding down the ice, as well as you were already down at the bottom, she slid into you, and the two of you are lying there, her with a nightgown and you butt naked?
That's right.
So when exactly did you lose the towel? When you first fell down, or midway through the 30-foot slide, or when?
I'm not sure. I think it was when I first fell. Yeah.
So you actually you were sliding totally naked for 30 feet down your driveway into the street.
I think so. Yes.
I see. Well, apparently, and you mentioned earlier that you screamed a little bit or made some noise. Apparently, the neighbors heard that and did observe this entire proceeding take place and informed me of it, and that's why my call.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry about that.
Well, that's what she said, too. Yes, she did. How are you, Mr. Bramble?
I didn't get a 10.
No, Tom, you didn't get a 10. You got about a 95.5. Q95, this is Dick Purton. Tom, how are you today?
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, I'm not, Tom. I got a note from John Rupp. He sent me a fax telling me all about your slide into hell.
On your rump.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
We are going to require that you appear in our police lineup showing us your slide marks.
You won't win any points with that.
I know the feeling.
You didn't win any with the neighbors either.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not.
It must have been some experience.
Oh, it was.
And you were actually down there butt naked laying there at the corner of your driveway in the street for how long?
Well, it really wasn't that long because I was able to crawl on my hands and knees.
Well, I bet your butt's in a sling over this one.
Oh, I love it. It's a great story, Tom. Good to talk to you, Tom. Take care of yourself.
Okay, Dick.
Bye-bye.
It's the